Hi, it's Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds. Today we're going to learn about the MyPlate. Let's get started. So, what is the MyPlate? Let's take a closer look. The MyPlate, as you can see, is a circle and it has many colors on it. I see red and green, orange, purple, and blue. The red section is for fruits. Some fruits include oranges, apples, bananas, and grapes. The green section is for vegetables. Foods like corn, green beans, and spinach would be found in the vegetable section. Half of your plate should be fruits and vegetables. We also want to make sure that we are getting a variety of colors. So think of the rainbow when we eat fruits and vegetables. Different nutrients, or the things that are good for us in fruits and vegetables, are in the different colors. The orange section is for grains. We would find things like bread, noodles, crackers, bagels, pancakes, and tortillas in this group. The healthiest grains are called whole grains. Half of your grains should be whole grains each day. The purple section is for proteins. Meat, eggs, nuts, and peanut butter would be found in this group. Lean proteins, such as chicken and fish, are the best choice. And lean means they don't have a lot of fat on them. And did you notice the little blue circle up above the plate? This is for the dairy group. Look for foods such as milk, cheese, and yogurt to be in this group. Low-fat dairy is a good choice. So let's see if you can tell if these foods are in the right group. Fruits and vegetables are up first. So let's see if we can figure out which of these foods are fruits and vegetables and which are not. So we have oranges, spaghetti, asparagus, avocado, tomato, and broccoli and black beans. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? So think about it. Which ones do you think don't belong? There's two of them. All right, do you have something in mind? Let's see if you're correct. Which one doesn't belong? All right, did you guess spaghetti? That's not a fruit or a vegetable, it's a grain. And also black beans. Beans sound like they would be in the vegetable group, but actually black beans are a protein. They go in the protein group. All right, next up we've got grains. Which of these do not belong in the grain group? We have a muffin, a yellow bell pepper, mushrooms, crackers, pasta, bread. So which two do you think don't belong? Grains are a little bit tricky, so make sure you've got your thinking cap on. All right, let's see how you did. Did you guess the yellow bell pepper? It doesn't belong here because it's in the vegetable group. All right, what else doesn't belong here? Mushrooms. They are also in the vegetable group. All right, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to protein. So which of these foods don't belong here? So we have onions, shrimp, salmon, a hamburger patty, potatoes, and peanuts. So which two don't belong here? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Okay, the first one that doesn't belong in the protein group is the onion. That is a vegetable. And also potatoes don't belong here. Those are also a protein. Did you guess peanuts? If you did, that is a common misconception, but peanuts actually are a protein, so they belong in this group. All right, now we're going to go to the dairy group. Which one of these don't belong here? So we've got yogurt, cheese, an egg, chocolate milk, and cauliflower. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute to think which two aren't a dairy. All right. The egg, yeah, the egg is protein. I know we find it in the dairy case at the grocery store, but it's not a dairy, it's a protein. And cauliflower, you're right, if you guessed that one, that's a vegetable. All right, I hope you had fun figuring out which foods were in the food group. Up next is a game. You're going to guess which fruit or vegetable or protein or whatever. I'm going to give all of them to you, and you're going to guess what I'm thinking. So we're going to keep going. All right, so this is the guessing game about fruits. All right, I'm going to give you some clues. Your first one is I'm fuzzy and brown on the outside. I'm white on the inside, and this is the part that you eat. And I'm considered a tropical fruit. So what do you think it is? It's brown and fuzzy, white on the inside. It's a tropical fruit. Did you guess coconut? If you did, you were correct. Good job. All right, we're going to go to vegetables next. I'm going to give you some clues. Make sure you've got your thinking cap on. All right, I'm green, but I can be almost any color of the rainbow. I have lots of tiny seeds inside. I can be eaten raw or cooked. A lot of times I can be found in a stir fry. All right, so green, but it can be any color, lots of tiny seeds. You can eat it raw or cooked. A green bell pepper. Did you guess that? If you did, good job. All right, now we're going to go to proteins. Your first clue is I am white and yellow. Usually I get eaten in the morning, and my name only has 3 letters. What do you think it could be? Did you guess egg? If you did, good job. All right, up next, grains. All right, can you guess which food I'm thinking of? I'm very small, so you eat a lot of meat. The usual types of meat are long grain or white. I'm in a lot of Chinese food dishes. So think about if you've ever had Chinese food at like a restaurant or you made it at home. So what do you think it is? Rice. Good job. Did you guess rice? All right, and our final food group is dairy. All right, I am white. That's not a very good clue. Lots of dairy foods are white, aren't they? Let's see, what's the next clue? I'm kept in the refrigerator. I taste good by myself or with fruit and granola on top of me. Oh, that's a good clue. I am yogurt. Did you guess yogurt? Good job. All right, and that is it. So, thank you for learning about the MyPlate with me today. Remember, you should be eating lots of fruits and vegetables. Half of your plate every time you eat should be fruits and vegetables. Your protein should be lean as much as possible. That means they don't have a lot of fat on them. Your dairy should be low fat. Your grains, half of your grains should be whole grain. And what else? Oh yeah, your fruits and vegetables should be all the colors of the rainbows, or all the colors of the rainbow, because remember, the different colors have different nutrients. So to make sure you're getting all of the vitamins and minerals that you need, you should be eating all the different colors. So I hope you had fun with me today, and I will see you next time.
Hi friends, it's Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds, and today we're going to be doing a Fitbit called Write Our Food Groups. But before we get started, let's review the food groups. Remember, there's 5 of them. There's fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy. And when you're eating, it's important that half of your plate is fruits and vegetables, because remember, they have all those healthy vitamins and minerals in them that keep us strong and healthy. So our Fitbit today is going to be, we're going to be spelling words with different body parts. So we're going to use our nose and our head, we're going to use our hand and our finger, we'll use our arm, we'll use our elbow, we'll use our leg and our knee, and then we'll use our foot and our toe. All right, so I'm going to back up a little bit so that you can see me, and let's get started. Okay, first of all, friends, we're going to spell the word fruit with our head. So I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to write F, R, U, I, T. All right, so you're going to do your best to pretend like you're spelling it in the air. All right, so that was fruit. Next, we're going to use our nose, and we're going to spell the word apple. So let's try that. A, P, P, L, E. All right, very good. Next, we're going to spell the word vegetable with our hand. So taking your hand, you're going to make V, E, G, E, T, A, All right, very good. Okay, next up we're going to spell the word pepper with our fingers. So finger in the air, we're going to write P, E, P, P, E, R. And it's probably looking backwards too on your screen, isn't it? But that's okay, you know which way to write it. Next, we're going to write the word protein with our whole arm. So it's going to be like with our hand, but we're using our arm. So we're going to write P, R, O, T, E, I. Make sure you get the dot on the end. N. All right, protein. Very good. Okay, now we're going to write the word steak with our elbow. So let's take the elbow and you're going to write S, T, E, A, K. Oh my goodness, that was a good workout for my shoulder, wasn't it? Okay, next we're going to write the word grains with our leg. Okay, so let's see. G, we can pretend we're writing something on the floor, can't we? R, A, I, whoa, N, S. Oh, you need great balance for that one. Okay, this next one is tricky. We're going to write the word tortilla with our knee. Be very careful balancing. If you need to hold on to something, maybe I'm going to hold on to this desk right here. You can do that because I don't want anyone tipping over. All right, you ready? T, O, R, T, I, L, L, A. Wow, did you feel that right here in your thigh and in your hip? Yeah, I did too. And finally, we're going to use our foot to write the word dairy. And you can go ahead and trace it right on the floor, just like this. D, A, I, R, Y. Very good. Did you notice I held on again? Because I didn't want to tip over. Our final word is cheese, and we're going to write it with our toe. So it's going to be very similar to writing it with our foot. Again, I'm going to hold on, and I'm going to write on the floor the word cheese with my toe. C, H, E, E, S, E. All right, I think writing with my toe and my finger were the easiest. What did you think? All right, I hope you had fun today. Thank you for joining me for this Fitbit called Write Our Food Groups, and I'll see you next time.
Muncha, Muncha, Muncha by Candace Fleming, illustrated by G. Brian Karras. For years, Mr. McGreely dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables, and of gobbling them all up. But he never once tried it until this spring, said Mr. McGreely. This spring, by golly, I'm going to plant a garden. So he hoed and he sowed and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes. Yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. McGreely. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. But one night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. Tippy, 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 pat. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his gnawed sprouts, he was angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. There, he declared, no bunny can get into my garden now. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his nibbled leaves and gnawed sprouts, he was really angry. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. He huffed, those flop ears will never get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, dig, scrabble, scratch, 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 spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was really, really angry. So he made a deep, wet trench outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "Ha!" he snorted. "Those pufftails can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now." And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, dive, paddle, splash, 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 dig, scrabble, scratch, 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 spring, hurdle, dash, 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 muncha, muncha, muncha. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his chomped blossoms, his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was furious. So he hammered and blocked, sawed and stocked, drilled and filled and trapped and locked, and he built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "I've outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure," he exclaimed. "They can't get through it. They can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny, no way, no how can get into my vegetable garden now." And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 stop! The 3 hungry bunnies looked and smelled and touched the huge, enormous thing before them, and tippy, 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 pat, the bunnies hopped away. The next morning when Mr. McGreely saw his untouched vegetables, he was happy. "I beat the bunnies," he whooped and did a jiggly-wiggly victory dance. Then he climbed over, jumped across, squeezed between, and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. "Ah," sighed Mr. McGreely, "at last!" Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, and with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The end.
Hi there, I'm Miss Blumer with Healthy Bodies, Healthy Minds, and today we're going to make a fun recipe called veggie sushi. Come on, I'll show you how to make it.
For this recipe, you will need 8 ounces of low-fat or fat-free cream cheese softened, 1/4 cup of salsa, plus a little more for dipping, 1 1/2 teaspoons chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 cups of fresh baby spinach, 1/2 of a red bell pepper cut into thin strips, 1/2 of a yellow bell pepper cut into thin strips, and 6 flour tortillas, 8-inch. You're going to begin by cutting your red bell pepper in half and removing the seeds and the stem from the inside. Slice this into thin strips. You will then repeat this process with your orange or yellow bell pepper. Next, in a medium bowl, combine salt, salsa, cream cheese, and chili powder. You're going to want to mix these well. If you have a hand mixer, I highly suggest it, as this spatula took me a while. Next, take your cream cheese mixture and spread it on your tortilla. Gonna spread it out nice and thin. You're gonna use about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Then you're gonna arrange your spinach and bell peppers, and then you're going to tightly roll the tortilla. If you wrap it in plastic and let it sit for a while, it will get nice and tight, but I wanted to cut it and show you how beautiful it looks when it is all cut. Check that out. You are going to repeat this with the remaining tortillas, and you can refrigerate them for 1 to 6 hours. And right before serving, you're going to slice them up like I did and serve them with extra salsa for dipping. This is perfect party food. Enjoy! If you'd like to learn about this recipe and many other fun recipes, please visit myhotm.recipes.